Hey everyone, it's Mike Bond with Hard Money Mike. Today we're going to go over how to succeed with BRRRR using hard money and DSCR loans. What a beautiful country. Where else can you build a real estate portfolio using little to no money and having no income or income showing or even just being new on the job? That's what's great about these strategies when you combine them all using the BRRRR strategy with hard money and DSCR loans. That's what we're going to go over today, breaking this down piece by piece, how you use all of those, especially in this time that's coming up. Yes, even over the last 4 or 5 years, we've helped people get into properties or help them refinance out, or where they could do all three of these put together to successfully buy properties, move them into rentals, and have little to no money in. Now, to build something like this, it does take some work. This is not a get rich quick plan. It's just a get rich or wealthy plan with no money or little to no money into each project, or little to no money showing up in your income taxes. In BRRRR, hard money, and DSCR put all together can help you get there. So let's go through each one of those so you understand how all the pieces fit. First of all, let's start with BRRRR. That's an acronym that BiggerPockets came out with. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. This all centers around one thing: you buying discounted properties. That's what real estate investing is all about. You buying properties that already have some built-in equity. BRRRR is all about buying properties with built-in equity. Yes, they're still available now, but they're really going to come and hit in 2024 when we're going to see more foreclosures. But it is happening now. We just had a lady reach out to us. She wants to refinance in 9 of the 30 properties that they've bought over the last 3 years. All of these properties, these ones that we're looking at refinancing, all are under 50%. It all depends on the markets. Yes, some of the larger markets, the overpriced markets, you're not going to be, but if you're looking at small markets, a lot of the markets that we help, we just helped a lady buy 7 properties this year that'll all fit in these guidelines. That they found them, they bought them with private money, which we'll go through, and they're refinancing them out with a DSCR product. So BRRRR, you need to use the BRRRR strategy, which is finding those discounted properties. This does take work. This is not creating something, this is not a get rich quick. It's get rich and wealthy by putting in the work. In less than 3 years, you could have a portfolio of 10 to 20 properties. That is very realistic, but it does take work. So now that you've found a property using the BRRRR strategy and understand the BRRRR strategy, which is a system that BiggerPockets has of buying discounted properties, owning them, and that's the key here with hard money, is buying these discounted properties with a proper hard money loan. A proper hard money loan is a loan that allows you to not only put the purchase price, but the rehab into the loan at closing. It's kind of like a fix and flip loan where you borrow enough money for both the purchase and the rehab. And a lot, or some of the smaller hard money lenders out there will help you with this. We help you with these kind of loans as long as the LTVs, the loan to values are there. That's why it's very important that you're buying these properties and understanding your loan to values. Typically, you want to be all in at 75%. Yes, 75% in some markets seems unrealistic, but there are markets out there where this is very realistic. And you want to use a strategy or a loan like hard money with the right lender for this purpose. Because when you're buying properties using the BRRRR method, using a hard money loan, and they allow you to wrap in the purchase and the rehab, and you're under 75%, now you can go to the next step. The next step is getting the property refinanced. We talk about DSCR because it's a product that was built specifically for real estate investors. It does not care if you just started a job, or if you just transferred a job, or if you write everything off on your income, or you don't have any income. Your business's income does not matter. That's why this is a great product. As long as the property positively cash flows, and you have a good credit score. To be a good investor, you're going to have a good credit score. They will allow you to refinance out the hard money loan up to 75 or 80% of the current appraised value. So if you bought it at a discounted rate, maybe you're all into a property for $150, and now that it's all fixed up, it's rented, it looks like everything else in the neighborhood, maybe it's worth $200,000. So now you can refinance that hard money loan using a rate and term. BRRRR, BiggerPockets, they talk about a cash out. A cash out refinance always costs you a little bit more because it's going to be 5 or 10% less than the loan to value. That's why we're talking about these BRRRR with hard money with DSCR. You need all 3 of these to make this work. And when I say make it work, I mean getting into properties with little to no money, hopefully no money, getting it refinanced so you have something long term, and creating this portfolio. Let's look at realistic numbers or times. Realistic is maybe 10 properties over 3 years. It's not 10 properties over 3 months. It could be 1 or 2 the first year, and then 2 to 4 the next year, and maybe 5 to 6 the third year, and then you're at 10. And maybe that is the income you need to make it work. Or maybe it's just a starting point where you go from 10 to 20, because after you do this for a few years, it gets easier because you understand more, you have more contacts. Everything gets easier the more time and work you put into it. If you're looking at being a successful real estate investor, even in this time, you could do it using the proper strategies, the proper loans. You can do this realistically. You could build those 10 properties over the next 3 years. You just got to make sure you do it and set yourself up to win. Make sure you have the good credit score. Make sure you are doing the work and finding and looking at a lot of properties, because that's what you're looking at doing. You don't create millions of dollars of net worth and income out of thin air without putting in the work. Leverage is king, and it's something you have to understand in real estate financing. Using the proper leverage with the proper strategies like BRRRR, that's where you create the generational wealth. Use BRRRR, use hard money, use DSCR, all in their proper forms to get and build this portfolio. Set yourself up to win. Go out there, look at as many properties as you can. Find the ones in the markets where it's growing, where you can still get in at a reasonable price and the rents are justifying your takeout or your long-term loan. Make sure they are all in place. Make sure you work on your credit score. You need a good credit score to be very successful in this business. And the benefit, if you are one of those people who have a good credit score, you're going to jump ahead. And don't worry that there's not going to be any properties, because not that many people actually do this. Over the last 10 to 15 years, these properties have been out there. People are still doing it. It's the people who want to put in the work, who understand putting 3 to 5 years of good work will create a lifetime of fun and enjoyment. So I hope this helped. Remember, BRRRR strategy, buying discounted properties, using hard money loans to do the purchase and rehab. So now that you own it, you can refinance it into a DSCR loan, even if you don't have income, even if you don't have a job. All of these things working together will build this portfolio. You want to learn more? Check out our website. We have a lot of great downloads about BRRRR, about DSCR, about finding the right hard money loan. And if you have a deal and you want to discuss it and go over the numbers, just reach out to me at hardmoneymike.com and I'd be glad to help. We'll see you on the next video.